Yo, what's up, it's the Dark Horse. Hope you're doing well. Welcome. We're going to be diving into Yu-Gi-Oh! Master Duel. Obviously, the new season of Ranked has begun, but we're not going to be starting that in this video. Last night, we were against the time, and I didn't even realise that the season ends at 11 PM because I never really kind of stick it out when it comes to the end period. One of the most craziest rank up duels I've ever experienced occurred, and let's get into it. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, it was basically for hire and sprites taking on the Shining Sarcophagus, which we managed to take to Master Rank. Look, I'm pretty happy with it. You know, if you have the consistency, fair play. Look, we might have been able to play it out differently if we had obviously activated Shifter very early, but I can't remember how this went down. I believe I did activate Shifter now. Yeah, so by me activating Shifter, every card basically went and got banished. I am going to look at adding Pot of Desires in this, solely for the fact we can banish 10. It's a little bit of a hit and miss, but the good thing, obviously, with Shifter, we shut down Click and Echo. This card, be terrified of it, because it is the most insane card. At some point, man, I don't know, the power level behind this card is absolutely mental. So what it does, if this card is sent to the graveyard as a material for a link summon, which they normally go into Sprite Elf off of it, special summon this card to in defense position to the opponent's field of the player that link summoned. That's not the problem. The second part is the problem. You can only use this effect of Click and Echo twice per turn, which is even more crazy. But while this card that was summoned by this effect is in the monster zone, you must keep your hand revealed, which means when it's on my side of the field during the opponent's turn, they can see my hand. So they would know if I have Nibiru, whether or not they want to combo or play. So, fortunately enough, by having Shifter, which is going to get hit in 5 days' time, we don't have to worry about that effect. If we hadn't had Shifter, then it would have been a cause of concern. It would have been terrifying, because they would have absolutely smoked us, which, to be honest, I genuinely thought they had us pinned in at one point. But, here we go. Let's get into it. Sprite Elf. They then play into Masquerena. I was a little confused by the play they were going off here, because I was a bit like, well, what were they playing to Masquerena? So we drew into Maxi. Coincidentally, that's what happens when you play up against a combo deck. You end up pulling Maxi at the most shittest time. So they've gone Sprite Start to Special Summon Sprite Red. Shining Sarcophagus gets activated. We activate the spell card to be able to add. Sprite Carrot gets rid of Sprite Elf, which is great because obviously Dimension Shift is still in play. The great thing is we do get negated, but also it can't be destroyed, so it's a win-win situation for us. Masquerena triggers. They play into their one and only SP Little Knight, which triggers the effect to be able to banish a card on the field, which gets rid of Shining Sarcophagus. Personally, I put out a video about how this deck can be improved, but go check that out. So we played into Typhon. Obviously Typhon in defense mode. I messed up badly here. I shouldn't have done what I did. I should have activated Shining Sarcophagus to be able to negate a potential spell card. But because I went Typhon, obviously SP triggers, basically getting rid of the SP and the Sprite Carrot. So it really shot me in the foot because I was being dumb. But hey, no Yu-Gi-Oh player plays perfectly. At some point you're going to have a slip up. You're going to make a mistake. Especially when you run a different deck every single season. What I'm going to be running in the month of December is questionable. I might go with a theme of like a Christmas snowy type deck. I ain't got a clue. Got to do some research on that. So we can go Maxi here. So now if they do special summon, they're able to activate their spell card to tribute a monster to special summon. Plus combined with the runic freezing curses to special summon. I believe they brought out Hugin or Huggin or whatever the fuck its name is. But yeah, Hugin comes into play, triggering the effect to add Runic Fountain. The one thing that scared me is Runic's... I held on to Ghost Ogre solely for the Runic Fountain. But the more I looked at it, they only had one Runic spell card, so it wasn't like a major situation. But then they had obviously Donna. We pulled into Shifter, another brick. Obviously Shifter's going to 1 alongside Gamma, which is another card I run. Quite frankly, I probably should show you the deck profile that we use. Okay, I didn't realize you can't do it in replays. We'll do that after. Funny enough, during the stream, I obviously asked, I was saying, look, we need Ash Blossom. Ash Blossom would be perfect here. And obviously, fortunately, we were able to pull it. The scary thing about this card here, when your opponent activates a monster effect, you can discard 1 card for hire, negate the activation. That was my scary point. Because every time this got brought back, I was thinking, shit. because of Ghost Ogre. So we Ash Blossom, and even if we went for Ghost Ogre on the Runic Fountain, it wouldn't have done much. Obviously, fortunately enough, the Runic spell cards do have a repercussion. If they had been able to go into the battle phase, yeah, I think we definitely would have lost this. So we activate Shining Sarcophagus to be able to add Gandora. They activate their monster effect, which basically banishes, triggering the spell card to add to hand. This is the great recycle mechanic, because by banishing Rex, they're able to add the spell card, and if I activate a monster effect, which I will do with Gandora, they are able to discard one card for hire to negate the activation. So Gandora comes out, for hire triggers, drop the spell card, negates Gandora. Leaves me open. I don't have much really to go on. Yes, I could have set Ghost Ogre, but realistically, no, I didn't want to do that. We just gotta trust the process that we are able to survive. They played into another Donna, and then by doing that, they're able to activate the effect to tribute itself to special summon back the monster and the... I always forget his name, Raphael. Raphael can trigger to be able to add a card and to shuffle the deck. So they've got Call By, Nibiru. We went with the Call By play. And then activate to add a for hire monster. It's a really good combo, because obviously you can still negate monster effect as well. But if they were able to bring out bigger monsters, I was a little bit scared. I do believe they bring out Folgo this turn as well, during the main phase 2. Yeah, they did. Linked off into Folgo. The thing is, obviously, we were fortunately enough able to play off Ghost Ogre to destroy Folgo, but the only thing is SP triggers to be able to banish them both. Which was kind of a scary experience, because I'm like, how the bloody hell do we play around this? And then they link into the one and only Mannequin Cat, trigger the effect to detach and target opponent's monster, special summon it to the field, and then they can special summon Sprite Red. And I'm like, okay, shit, I need some luck, Super Poly. Oh, mate, and then we hit the Super Polymerization, and I was thinking, bruv, this Super Poly card has saved me so many times. Easily one of my favourite, obviously, spell cards in the game. Favourite monster is definitely Baby Dragon or Time Wizard. But yeah, Runic Fountain triggers, target 2 spells, shuffle them back, pick up 2. I was thinking, mate, yo, we gotta win this. And then we actually played into Gandora. The good thing about this, yeah, is all I'm going to say, while you've got Shining Sarcophagus, if you can add a card, add Turn Silence. Turn Silence is a really good spell card to be able to negate a monster's effect from your opponent, especially in situations where they've got SP. Also, if you want to destroy Runic Fountain, you've got to kind of take into account that, you know, there are cards to protect it. But the good thing about this, they were able to special summon their for hire, triggered the for hire. We allowed it to play because we had to be patient for when we activated our monster effect for when Raphael was to destroy it. So now Gandora, they go SP. To be honest, I'm quite surprised. I think if they played this differently, it might have went a little bit more different. Although I don't think it would have. Because obviously by me triggering Gandora, I would have still been able to special summon a level 7, which leads into obviously Silent Magician. But by triggering the SP, I think if they had gone Raphael, they could have discarded a for hire, but then they might not have had a for hire card in the hand, which is kind of what screwed them over, really. But I could be wrong here. So I kind of wish there was a feature to see your opponent's hand in replay. It's not as if you're going to be cheating when it's a replay. But yeah, SP triggered. And I was thinking, oh, okay. So obviously the SP is going to banish itself and another monster. We then chain it with Turn Silence. While you control Shining Sarcophagus, you can negate the monster's effect. And then that pretty much secured our place. Gandora triggered, absolutely nuking the board. Special summon, our Silent Magician. And I was thinking, oh, how am I going to play through this? Because if I attack with that, I'm only going to get 5,500 or 6,600 damage off. So I thought, Typhon. Typhon can now target. It was a good job we returned it back and they went for the surrender because we were going to detach, target, ping it back, attack directly with 2 heavy powerhouses. And that was our promotion match into Master Rank 5 with Silent Magician. Shining Sarcophagus, Gandora. But yeah, as I said before, this is the deck build we ran. I'm going to be honest, if you want to run it fair, I'm going to be honest, it's very inconsistent, hence why I needed Gamma. You probably could adjust the extra deck. I didn't really play into Baguska much, so you could add yourself an Omega, just in case you were going to play into Gamma and Cyframe Driver. Obviously, that's getting reduced to 1 on the 6th of December, so we're going to have 2 slots available, so we could drop Gamma and Dimension Shifter right now. and then potentially add, I don't know, maybe a Harpy Feather Duster. Or, I know people spoke about other plays. I'll try to keep this as pure as possible as I could. But I know people were saying, oh, why don't you run Kashtira with it? Because that makes it too easy. Like, I know for a fact that we would win a lot more if we had Kashtira. But yeah. Obviously, you got the Kashtira engine you could potentially add, which obviously you could go Fenrir on field or Unicorn on field. Obviously, trigger the effect, they Ash Blossom, and then you were able to activate your Gadget Trio without any repercussions, unless they have infinite permanence, which is fair. I do still believe and stand by what I say. Cross out Designator should be at 3. But yeah, there's a lot of downfall. I'll compare it to Red Eyes, because obviously with Red Eyes Fusion, it locks you out of normal summon sets and special summons, where Ties That Bind is pretty similar, because you cannot special summon from the extra deck, which sucks, because if they ever did get extra deck support, Ties That Bind would need an alternative card to be able to benefit the extra deck usage. Whether we'll get an extra deck play, I don't know. Quite frankly, you probably could switch up the Link monsters. It was only very like hit and miss whether I got Underworld. If I was able to get numerous monsters out, it was pretty cushy. But that's the only downfall, is by going to Ties That Bind, you can special summon 2 level 4s or lower, which mentions Shining Sarcophagus, but to be able to get those bodies on the field, it locks you out of going into Underworld, which is a bit of a shitter, really. Obviously, Super Poly's my biggest out if I'm able to pull it. But yeah, you could make a minor adjustment of Infinite Permanence over Effect Veiler, but every time I went with Effect Veiler, that I end up seeing triple tactics or some sort of pain in the ass play, whether it's Call by the Grave. There's a lot of pros and cons. Effect Veiler is good because you can bait out a Call by, so then that way if you did have Max C, you could play Max C. Infinite Permanence is just there not to worry about triple tactics, talent, or obviously thrust, or anything else to be able to negate. You could, if you were worried about like Ash Blossom and stuff like that, I believe it's Ghost Bell and Ghost Bell and the Haunted Mansion. So when a card or card effect is activated that includes any of these effects, you can discard this card and get the efficient. Add a card from the graveyard to the deck, to the hand, deck, and or extra deck. Special summon a monster from the graveyard. Banish a card from the graveyard. This is very good for Call By. But yeah, potentially you probably could, but I didn't want to flood it with too many hand traps. It bricks enough as it is. Like, based upon a draw 5 sample cards, what we're looking at, you see what I mean? That's an actual standard hand I would end up getting during playing. Look, Shining Sarcophagus, double infinite permanence. I suppose it'd be okay if you had, like, they had Baron or something. They activate Maxi, you can Call by the Grave, but then you're down to Marshmallow and Shining Sarcophagus. Not the most promising. This is okay hand, because obviously if it's your turn, you can go Gamma. Well, in theory, you can go Gadget Trio. They go Ash. You go Gamma. Oh, you can't go Gamma, doesn't matter, because you'd have Gadget Trio. But you'd have Cross out anyway. But preferably what I would do is probably go Shining Sarcophagus, try and add a card, try bait out the Ash, special summon the Gamma, and obviously play into Omega. Normal summon Gadget Trio, add the spell card for negation because we already control Shining Sarcophagus and obviously a Gadget Trio. So we would obviously have the turn silence in hand off of the Shining Sarcophagus. And then, yeah. What I'll do, we'll play a quick ranked game as well. Obviously, we're back to Diamond 5. I don't know what we're going to run, whether we're going to build a new deck with a new set coming out. I'm not sure what's actually coming as of yet. But we will see. But obviously, I'm going to try and get... To be honest, what Master Duel content would you like to see? You know what I mean? Let me know in the comments below. We will go second because the only reason why I choose to tend to go second is because Gandora's your board breaker. You probably could run Evenly Matched. Evenly Matched might be a shout, you know. Evenly Matched might be really good. Because you're going to banish cards regardless, ain't you? You can tell it's the start of a new season, can't you? It's not the worst situation, but it's not the best. Harpy Feather Duster would come in handy here. We can go Future Silence as well. Infinite Permanence would have clutched. I'm going to potentially try and make an adjustment with Evenly Matched in there because you're banishing cards on the field regardless. Gandora's going to get the attack boost. The only thing is you're kind of going to have to hold out for the next turn to play into Gandora. Okay, with any Pearly player, they tend to take their time. And, coincidentally, with full Max C. You know what I mean? Okay. This doesn't really make a massive difference, realistically. Because, obviously, they're still going to be able to add a card. This is the one downfall to their build, is the fact they can constantly be adding cards. Okay, that's fair. Only downfall, we don't really have a massive out from this other than triggering off a Max C. But the thing is, if they Ash Blossom the Max C, we can at least go Future Silence. No Max C. No Ash even. Preferably right now. I think Evenly might actually be a shout for this build, if I'm being honest. Obviously. Oh, brother. That's crazy. That's crazy. That's actually crazy. This could work very well for us. Technically speaking, if I go with Shining Sarcophagus, yeah. Fuck me, man. Jesus. You got enough cards there, mate. We don't need no bloody more. You know what? At this rate, mate, I kind of wish I activated that during the fucking battle phase. Resolve. I dread to think what they've got. Okay. You finished? Do we get to play the game now? Thank you very much. Right, let's start with a cheeky little half feather duster. Awesome, and gadget trio. As long as they don't have Ash. If they have Ash. Holding out, they're holding out. It's a difficult one because I kind of wouldn't mind going with Typhon. But the problem is he doesn't even have over 3,000 attack yet, which does screw me over a little. If I do that, yeah. The problem is this can chain numerous times. So if they go with their Pearly now. What the fuck? Oh, bro, he might have actually fucked up. Big time. Come on. Shit. Okay, that's fine. There we go. It's fine, we expected that. I don't know if you can you change straight after? Or not? Ooh. That hurts. That hurts. Okay. Lol. Bro, you're... Oh, mate, you're clapped. You're dead. It's just a shame. We've got to play this smart. Would it be better to Gandora the board? What? And hold on to Super Poly? Alright, fine. We'll have to... Oh, yeah. Let's do this. Oh, so that will remain on the field regardless. Well, that fucking sucks, doesn't it? That sucks massively. Fuck. Okay. It's annoying because they keep picking up cards, which is irritating as shit. Here we go, Typhon. Ah, it's such a hit and miss situation because I've kind of... Obviously, that can't be destroyed. And surely it might be better for me to... Alright, fine, fuck it, we'll do this. Yeah. We can go battle phase on Noir. Destroy Noir. And then go main phase 2. And then we can just trigger the effect. Actually, speaking of that, would it be better to return my own monster back? And then that way, if I need to, just return it back. And then we have a potential doorway of super polymerization if we need to. I think that might be the better play. Obviously, personally, I would love to be able to bring up Gandora again to be able to destroy the field and nuke it, but I don't think that's going to be possible at this point. Especially with how many fucking cards they get. Here we go, got to sit through 4 years of absolute crap. Okay, now we have a draw anyway. I mean, okay, so if they bring out this, obviously we could go super poly here. I think we hold out, because technically they haven't normal summoned yet. So, obviously the effect's still going to be able to play into motion anyway. What they got? Pearly Street or whatever its name is. Okay. Wait. You can tag one Pearly, quick play spell in your grave, special one X monster from your dimensions that card by using this card that you control as material. Okay. So what spell did you target? Okay. This is a little bit of a risky one, but I'm willing to bite the bullet. Super polymerization. Resolve. And we special summon to Starving Venom. That way they can't use it as a material. Or a... I think, to be honest, if they ended up playing into Noir again, it's game anyway. Period. You know what I mean? I don't know why we activate the effect like it's going to make a massive difference, but yeah. What have they got now? Can't be Effect Veiler. Because that's during my turn. Wouldn't be Infinite Impermanence. I don't think Pearly runs Ghost Ogre though. Okay, this guy's kind of stumped. He don't know what to do. 17 cards left in the deck. No potential play. Is Pearly's at 2? Do we have both in graveyard? We have both in graveyard. Okay. I don't think they know how to out it. Could be wrong. Pearly's a very impressive deck. Typical... mate, I can't catch a break from this fucking card. Ever. Which means now that... Oh, it's going to be an SP play. SP, trigger, banish, Sarcophagus. Or they could Zeus. They might even Zeus the field. Because normally Lyrilis goes into Zeus anyway. They're not going to leave it like that. They're going to go either SP or Zeus. But what would they... Oh, no, yeah. It'd be an SP play. No, it would. Fucking, I tell you what, whenever I run Triple Tactics Talent, never fucking works for me. Whenever my opponent has it, every time I activate a monster effect, bing bang boom, Triple Tactics fucking appears. I was taking bare long, man. Okay, target 3 Pearly monsters in the graveyard, shuffle them into the deck. So are you going to go with your purple one? Pearly, pearly, lily. Pearly, pearly, lily. 1, 2. Okay. I'm going to be honest. I don't think I have an outer. Okay. I don't like the fact Pearly's not once per turn. I remember why it was so fucking irritating to play up again. Evenly matched Royal, Ash Blossom, and then Pearly Happy Memory. Obviously, we know what you're going to add. Can they add anything, or does it have to be... Oh, you can add one excavated Pearly spell or trap. So now you can trigger to play into the Noir, but then you're going to activate... We're going to go Slump. Happiness. Happiness gets multiple attacks as well. I think there's the bigger one version. This one. During the mode, you detect material from this, and if you do negate all the effects of your opponent's monster to the end, then your opponent can opt to activate cards in response. Come on, mate. Hurry up. Out of the card, Shining Sarcophagus. Don't get me wrong, I get Gandora's meant to be our fucking ace card for this build, but my god. Pearly kind of gives me flu vibes, man, where it gets your turn and it's just still combos and plays. On another, they're just non-stop ending. Now we trigger, pick up a card, trigger, pick up a card, trigger, you know. But come on, brother. I ain't got nothing. If we can survive this, great. If not, but yeah. Not exactly the most promising thing. But it is what it is. Oh, come on, Buttercup. Let's play. Right. I ain't gonna lie. Right. I was gonna say it just a second ago. Does anyone actually enjoy playing Pearly? Because for me, it looks very fucking boring. It just looks like it just requires no effort to play it. I discard one card, special summon Pearly, trigger Pearly, target card in graveyard, link summon, well, XE summon into slump. You know what I mean? It's just... I've waited 42 years for my turn. Subscribe. Please. Literally, it shows what I know. I've been calling it slump and it's called plump. Here we go. Come on, mate. Let's go. Okay, still cooking. Okay, how much tap power you got? Come on, you still ain't even got enough. You're running Pearly and you still don't have enough. To be honest, realistically, we've got no hope now because of this. While obviously this is out, it's protected due to the field spell, and on top of that as well, whatever card we play, they basically just send to the bottom of the deck anyway. So, yeah, it's a bit of a shitty situation, but yeah, Shining Sarcophagus against Pearly. There we go, what we're going to Zeus. Yeah. Are you finished? Nope, of course you're not. Fucking hell. Yeah, man, my Pearly was 7 overlays. Oh my god. Wow. You know what? I was going to say it'd be crazy if I pulled Super Poly, but I don't think you could... Can we get rid of it? But then, to be honest, this has got 6 overlays, mate. Let's be realistic. Even what I bring out is going to Stephen Fry me. If it wasn't for the field spell, we'd be fine, but we got nothing. In a different time, this probably would have played off well, but now, in theory, they could just trigger off X Pearly, or they could just go Zeus and board nuke, but realistically, they're not going to board nuke, are they? Well, ladies and gentlemen, it's been a pleasure. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Thank you guys for watching. You know, you kind of saw the great possibilities of the deck in itself, but there's a lot of cards that can help improve this build, without a doubt. Take care of yourselves. It's been a pleasure. Thank you guys for watching. Peace.